Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the Cypher. We got Ali Aziz, Charlo, Joseph Lee, and Paul Mathan. And today we got a very special guest. We got Oshanna. Oshanna, right? Okay. How you doing?
Cars in one piece. I almost clipped a taxi, but
Oh, happens.
right?
Alright, so before we get into the whole episode, right? Let's get the audience to know who you are as an artist. So
Introduce yourself.
My name is Oshanna, just Oshanna.
Okay.
That's it. Everyone always asks why I don't keep my Instagram name as my artist name, Duchess.
Yeah.
Oshanna's just unique. It's my actual name. It's my first name, government name. And yeah, I am from Brampton, Ontario.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
Brampton.
Brampton.
Okay, you're from Brampton, gang.
Okay.
I was born in Toronto, but I was raised in Brampton, Ontario,
True.
and I am 25 years old. Getting a
Okay.
little old, but
Get 5 years away from 30. How does that feel?
Bro, I was just talking about that with my pops a week ago. I'm like, Dad, I'm gonna be 30 in 5 years.
we're getting
He's like,
old.
but time's an illusion. So my
Sure.
pops and I are on that
Oh,
same
I
level.
like
Like
that.
time's an illusion. So we're
Time's an illusion.
it is what it
Yeah.
is. When it comes, it comes. You know what I mean?
That's the word.
Yeah, man.
Okay, let's dive into the interview then.
Yes, sir.
Wait, pause. You didn't say what you do.
We know you.
Yeah.
I didn't. I noticed, but I'm like, let's see if he'll probably ask about it.
What do you
But
do?
yes,
Tell us.
I play music. I am a singer, songwriter. Yes, I write my own music. I've been singing for all my life, honestly. My mom told me from I was a baby, we'd be in a taxi, and she said I would sing myself to sleep. She's like, anytime I would sing, she knew I was going to sleep within 10, 15 minutes. So I've been singing my whole life. I didn't start writing until I was maybe 11, 12.
Okay.
Okay.
So I sing R&B. I'm trying a little thing with like what Bryson Tiller kind of does.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Little
thing.
trap soul.
Yes,
I see that.
exactly. So I'm trying that out. So far I got a couple songs where I'm doing that and I really like them. So I'm kind of really finding my sound right now.
True.
Cool,
So
cool.
yes, I'm
Okay.
an R&B.
R&B singer.
Would
Artist.
you also consider yourself as a rapper too, or?
Well, let's not go that far.
Okay. Singer.
Nah, yeah, let's just leave it at singer for now. Give it another year or two and see
Okay.
where you can ask me that again.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
see.
I'll be
see-
back. Don't worry.
We'll see if
For
you're
sure.
on if you're on your Drake vibes.
Honestly, yeah, we'll wait for
Yeah.
that. We'll see.
Okay.
All right,
Alright, so
Ollie.
then let's dive into it straight up, and I guess we already covered the first question. So as an artist, right? What do you? How long have you been making music? You said you've been making music for 7 years, right?
For about 7 years, 7, 8 years, but I didn't start actually recording. I recorded my first song, honestly, damn. Okay, I didn't start taking it seriously. So my first recording was maybe 2016. And I didn't drop it until 2017. It's called
Okay.
Antidote. It's
Okay.
available on
True.
all streaming platforms. I hate that song.
Oh, why? Why?
It's just not, honestly, I didn't find my sound yet. I didn't know who I was yet. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's one of those songs. When you listen to it, you'll probably be like, oh, I get it. Because from there to what I'm releasing now, what I'm working on now, you'll be like, okay, there's a huge difference. It's like,
Yeah.
she knows what she's doing now, or she's kind of figure out what she wants
Sure,
to
sure.
do.
Moving more towards the right path.
Yes,
in a way, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So,
Those first couple of songs, always when you record, it's always you look back and you're like, shit,
Yeah.
what was that?
No, but that's the thing.
Cringe
That's
the
sometimes.
thing.
But that's
You
a part
have
of the
to- you
process,
have to
though.
go through it.
I
Exactly.
know, it's
exactly.
facts. My
definitely.
best friend will play it, and I'll be like, why do you still have this on your phone? Yeah,
Right,
literally,
yeah.
that's me.
yeah, so with music, how did you start off just practicing your skill basically?
Yo, for real, I didn't meet my dad until I was maybe 9 or 10, and that's where I realized. That's where I found out where I got my sound from. It's my pops. My dad's
Sure.
a reggae artist.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I started, obviously connecting with him a lot more, and he started actually singing, because he also got me into piano classes. My auntie would teach us, me and my sister, how to play piano, and I started singing at birthdays and weddings on my dad's side.
Okay.
So that's when I really knew, okay, shoot, this is for me. I like this. I'm comfortable doing this, So it was kind of my pops that got me into you should really do something with this. And then I
Sure.
started working at Red Lobster in 2012, I think. So it was I kind of fell off. Obviously, I'm 9, 10 years old. I wasn't really super into it like that.
Yeah.
And then I started going to school. I was going to work, and I was finally working, and I would sing because I would do everything in the kitchen, bake the biscuits, I was frying, I was grilling, I was everywhere. So anytime I would sing, everybody would be like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my old manager, he used to have a group. I forgot what his group was called, but he was signed to Sony. So he always used to like email me and be like, yo, like, can you jump on this? Or can you record on this? Or I have a producer for you and blah, blah, blah. Like, just let me know if you're going to take it seriously because I can do this for you. You know what I mean? And honestly, my mentality at the time was just work, money.
Sure,
You know what I mean? I was even in school and I dropped out of school because of work, money, right?
Yeah.
And then, so honestly, Red Lobster kind of pushed me because everybody in there, including my manager, was trying to like mold me into something that I thought I wasn't, I should say. You know, so I was that 9-to-5 mentality. I was just school or work and blah, blah, blah. But then finally everybody's like, no, you got to get out of here. You got to take it seriously. And I was there for 3 years. And then obviously, you know, once you hear that for 3 years every day of your life, you're like, okay, I get it, guys. I'll do something else with my life. So then, I started working as a server at Dave & Buster's, and money was obviously kind of coming in easier. So I was like able to record and kind of take more time for myself and really figure out if I really wanted to do that, you know? So it was like maybe 2013, 2015, Red Lobster is the reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta
Kind of
appreciate
meeting my
that,
dad,
Yeah.
for sure, like
Yeah.
for sure, 100%. Like those are the type of people, like to this day I still go back there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Those like
Yeah.
even like if I was to make it, that would still be a spot like I'd pull up because you guys kind of helped me get to where I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm very appreciative of Red Lobster Brampton.
Oh,
Still love
shout
you
outs,
guys.
shout outs.
Right?
Wait, is that the one on Queen Street?
Right on Queen Street.
Oh,
Yes,
true,
I was
true.
there for
All
like
he
3
knows.
years, bro.
True,
All he really
okay.
knows.
So as like as being a daughter of someone who's already in music, right? How much of that do you think influences your choices of what music you decide to do?
Or do you stray away from your
I was-
parents? Yeah,
was
because that's the
just
thing
gonna
too,
say-
you know.
My dad is more of an Irie, like I said, he's a reggae artist. You know what I mean? So he doesn't. I don't want to say stray, but it's like, thank you, pops, for helping me find my voice, but I'm going to do my own thing. You know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
So like I'm into the R&B. My older sister as well. She's into the soul R&B, like throwbacks. Like she's into that. You know. So I wouldn't say we're straying. It's just that we're kind of finding out what we're comfortable with, and we're working with that.
Right.
Not to say that I wouldn't get into Irie or like, you know, or any of that. I still listen to it, but it's just not like right now. It's not my lane.
And I guess so currently you mentioned that in your past you had a friend that was with Sony, some relationship
Yeah.
with Sony, being signed with Sony. So
Yeah.
is that your goal to get signed or
No.
independent? Because I know when you're signed, it's
Yeah.
you're like a slave
Work
to
is,
the
it's like nah. I don't have that in my mind. I've actually had, other than him trying to help me out, I've had another label reach out to me.
Okay.
And it was so weird. It was like they added me on Snapchat, told me what they're doing, and said they're watching me and blah blah blah, and then disappeared like.
Interesting. Is
day
it in
later.
Toronto?
It was- yeah.
Okay, it's like a small, like a.
Sure.
So it was like, I was like, oh wow, okay, weird. I kind of have screenshots. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, you gotta keep the receipts.
Right? But yeah, so I've had a label reach out to me before, and when I was telling them, like, you know, that same things you guys are asking me, they're asking me, you know what I mean? And they're like, you know, especially, they're like, so how do you feel about, like, you know, a label? And I'm like, honestly, I'm not too, this was maybe like 3-4 years ago. I'm like, I'm not interested. And they're like, oh, well, you know, it's going to be harder, especially as a black female. I'm like, oh, even better. I got this. Like, you know what I mean? So I've had, other than the guy from my old manager, his name's Dalbert. Other than my old manager trying to help me out, I've also had them trying to, like, you know, say, come to the dark side.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. And I was like, nah, I got this. So here I am, independent. I know, and I totally understand it's going to take some time, and I'm okay with that. Like I said, time is an illusion.
Yeah.
So what's for me will always be for me. It won't go anywhere, you know? So
Word.
Okay.
And do you find it hard being like, there's this whole thing about being every single Toronto artist, I feel like, or Brampton, you know, like what a GTA artist feels similarly in that, like, Toronto doesn't really support its own artists, and
boy.
it's really hard to make it here, let alone not internationally, but like to the U.S. as well. So what are your thoughts on that? Just trying to navigate that scene.
You kind of took the words out of my mouth. I do kind of feel that way as well. But it's also like, I like to say, so yes, I do strongly feel like Toronto doesn't really support Toronto. You know, we really are a screw face capital, and it's like everybody's trying to do the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a dog eat dog industry, which we already kind of know that. But yeah, okay, Drake put us on the map. A couple other artists put us on the map for sure. But it's not to say that it's still not hard to get out of here. It is hard to get out of here, which is why I'm kind of working on getting out of here.
Right,
you know?
right. And that's the common. That's like the common theme. Among so
everyone's
many artists.
and that's unfortunate that I gotta have to like seek like help from the UK or like the States or something like that. You know, those guys are really like literally in my DMs like, yo, like you should just come out here and perform or like come do this. And like I even went, honestly, I applied to the Remus project and they even told me don't waste your time out here. Yeah, during my interview they're like, yo, like, and this again was like 2 years ago and here I am. They're like, honestly, this school is for people who actually need it. And you just need to go out and basically, he said, do a couple open mics and perform out there and get your name out there and you're good.
Right.
But here I am sitting in Ryerson University for Toronto. But, you know, I'm not knocking you guys. Thanks again for having me out here. But, it's, as the saying goes, we are a screw-face capital and it is, Toronto does not, I just feel that way. Toronto doesn't support Toronto unless you either have money or clout. Or you know what I mean? It's hard if you're not doing certain things on Instagram as a girl. You're not.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Being a woman is a whole other.
But they didn't lie. You know what I mean? They told me, the label that reached out to me, they said it. They're like, yo, especially as a black female, it's gonna be hard to get out of there, to get out of where you are. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's okay. Like I'll endure the pain. Like, you know what I mean? I'll do what I gotta do to get there. So
for sure.
And like, why do you think that is as a black female?
Oh boy, it's a whole lot of
smoke. I know, I'm joking. Why is it hard? Man,
you can take your time too. We're gonna edit this. Together.
I was just gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say.
No rush or anything. Like,
I just feel like we don't have as much of we don't make as much noise as men can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or do already. So like we get belittled a lot. And then especially like I said, as a melanin female, like it's deep for us. You know what I mean? So it's like even like a couple years ago, I remember having a conversation with someone that was like, he's just like, yeah, like a light skinned girl would probably make it before you. And I'm like, oh, thanks. You know, like a brown skinned girl would probably make it before you. And if that knocked me or if that bothered me, I would not be here in this room with you guys. You know what I mean? So, like, shout out to everyone who tried to kick me down, but I'm still here. Loud and clear, direct. You hear this? Like, you know, it's, I just feel like it's hard because...
Also, like, let me add to your thing, being like a young black woman in Toronto, especially because we have our own issues. I could talk about race all day, but we have our own issues here.
We do that enough in class.
I do that a lot in class as well. But just even like to make it, a lot of the artists, or not a lot of them, some of them that are famous, they're often over-sexualized, fetishized. So then you have that issue on top of being an artist. So that's kind of a thing. Because I can speak for like men or like black men that are rappers. Everyone loves black men nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Like they're also equally fetishized, but it's just different in the sense that they are. So it's definitely a lot. Exactly. So it's definitely a lot harder for black women in particular, especially darker complexion black women, because then you have the whole colorism stuff and shadism, right?
Trust me. So and like, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I can't be, or us dark skinned women cannot be sexy. You know what I mean? Because 110% we can be. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to use my
you should
sexual, like you know what I mean, for in order for me to make it anywhere. Like I'm not gonna be that kind of artist. So it's as simple as that. So slowly but surely, right?
Yeah,
sure. Quick question for me. So we've heard like a lot of stuff about your past. So like what kind of plans do you have for the future? Like, do you plan on pursuing music? Do you plan on following other things? So it's like
honestly, I'm honestly, guys, I'm deeper than my music, to be honest. Like, some people will find it weird when I talk about, like, my spirituality. I love traveling. Like, I really love traveling. I want to get into, like... I remember I went to school. I started school when I dropped out of... want to be a flight attendant, because my dream was always, as a kid, was always to either travel through my music or travel through, like, just go to school and maybe be a flight attendant. So my dream is to travel, basically, period. I want to get in touch with, like, and in tune with any and everyone, like, the whole world. That's how I am, you know what I mean? So my music, or the few songs that you guys have probably heard is, like, about love or losing love or not, you know, finding it or having it or whatever the case may be. But, like, I'm also working on, a couple other things because of pertaining to my future, what I want people to take from my music and to take from me as a person. So I do plan to pursue music. I do, but not for reasons that people probably think, like, or money, fame, and all that other stuff. But I really just want to get in tune with myself.
Yeah.
So, and I know that I like to bounce around. Like, I love traveling. That's my thing. So that's what I really want to get into. That's what I'm like, unfortunately for some of my supporters, they're all like, no, do this full time and stay in here and do this and sing about this. And it's like, guys.
People love to put you in a box.
Yes, so it's
Exactly.
unfortunate. And it's like, it's not that I can't do both. I can definitely do both. So right now, my plan is my music, for sure.
Okay.
But after that, like, I'm probably going to be one of those artists that, like, after maybe like a couple years, I'm going to ghost on you guys. Because I'm going to just be traveling and like getting in touch with my like spirituality and stuff, like, so yeah.
That's real.
Is there any countries in particular that you want to travel to?
I do want to right now. I would I've been hearing a few bad things about Australia, but like, I want to go to Australia. I just had a friend come back from Hong Kong, and I want to go there so bad. And
Weren't you just there? Were you in Hong Kong? Or no?
No, I was in Japan.
Oh,
Okay.
Japan.
China, obviously, my best friend is Chinese. Both my best friend is one of them is Filipino and one is Chinese. So Philippines and China for sure. And the States, I guess.
States?
It's there. It's always gonna be there. But
Yeah.
Australia, they have massive bugs though.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
I don't know, like,
bro,
I'm-
like,
I'm-
big
I'm-
thing
I'm-
off-
I
I'm not
know.
about that.
I'm
It's
about
not
that.
even just that. I also heard they're just really racist over there. Apparently.
Yeah.
So
It's problematic everywhere.
that's. But again, I can't let that stuff get to me. Really. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's that.
Push through that.
So like you talked, like before we started recording, you talked about like looking up to like Bryson Tiller and stuff like
Oh
that.
no, not looking
Or-
up to. You guys are
or
gonna
you're
find this so weird. No, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of working on something where I've gotten that. Oh, this kind of sounds like a Bryson Tiller
Okay,
thing.
okay,
you know?
okay. Yeah.
So
True, true.
by fluke or subconsciously, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it really does. you
Are
know?
there any artists you actually like, look
Yeah,
up to?
you guys are gonna find this weird. No,
No?
I don't know one. And I've had. What made me be able to say that just now, actually, with more like power
Yeah,
in my heart and
yeah.
in my chest, is because I think it was like about a month or two ago. No, damn, it was like 3 months ago. I was in Jamaica, and a guy was asking me like, oh, like who inspires you and blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't really have anyone that inspires me. He's like, are you weird?
Oh, what?
I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, do I have to have someone that inspires me? He's like, oh, like, who do you look up to in the music industry and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nobody. Like, I'll be honest with you. I listen to music, but I don't take, okay, like, a lot of girls would look up to Beyonce or
Yeah,
like, you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, I don't have,
You don't
like,
idolize,
I don't.
right?
I put anything before, like, nothing, I wouldn't say motivates me because, like, obviously, like, my family,
Yeah.
So my family motivates me, but I don't look up into anyone
Or maybe,
in the music industry or
maybe
you know.
phrase the question slightly differently, rather than like inspire or like some people obsess over certain artists.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
like
what it seems like.
does it influence your sound in any way? Like, or is it just? I read something online and it was like, don't be taking in too much because then you could end up not copying but sounding like someone that you're looking up to,
Exactly.
like you're absorbing
Yeah.
too much.
yourself.
So I can understand that.
Exactly.
It's
So
like-
that's what it is. I'm
yeah.
literally just trying to bring. I want to bring a new sound to the table. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So no, there's nobody. I don't take notes from Beyonce.
Okay.
I don't take notes from Kehlani. You
Yeah,
know, I don't take. I'm not knocking any of them. Like, I love
for
their
sure,
music. I appreciate them. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't say, "Oh yes, I gotta get like that," or "I gotta do
Right,
this," and
right,
you know,
it's
what
your
I
own
mean?
unique
You're just
It's
doing
just
your own
me.
thing.
Which is
I'm
good,
really
yeah.
just trying to do me.
For sure,
Legit.
for sure.
For sure. Okay. And so, like, as like an artist, like, do you ever see yourself like wanting to be more on, like in terms of like how Ty Dolla $ign, would you rather have more of being featured on like different songs, or would you have more of your own original songs out there?
Talking about like features and stuff.
Yeah, like,
Or both.
Like how Ty Dolla $ign is more
Yeah, I'm very.
featured. than-
I'm very versatile. I can do and deal with any and everyone. Right now, I'm currently not doing any features because I realize that every time I'm finished one feature, somebody else wants a feature, so I never get to work
Okay.
on my stuff. So
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, for the past maybe couple months, I haven't been working on any features. But I'm very down. I'm really down to work with any and everyone. Yeah. So like, yeah, I'm cool to work with any and everyone. I like working alone. But yeah, I'm
That
so
relates
open
back to like just trying to find your own sound still.
yeah, doing my own thing, yeah.
I'm very curious because you mentioned, you know, I guess I mean if realistically like the money was there, maybe being a full-time artist would be an option. But like, what kind of like what the plan is, you know, as a solo artist? Just because I know there's so many artists doing different things, but what's the plan? It depends on how who you surround yourself with. What's the what's the plan? Is it like booking more shows currently, or is it like
Yeah. Okay. So honestly, right now, I am trying to work on. I have a song done, mixed, mastered, finished. It's ready to just be released.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm working. Oh my gosh, I forgot to call the videographer today.
working on a video?
Yes, I'm supposed to call the videographer today at 11 o'clock. I had my notes and everything. My alarm went off and everything, but I was so flustered trying to get here and stuff. So, so I do have a music video. I'm working on a music video as well. I did want to work on an EP in time for January, but I came back from Jamaica and, I spent all my money out in So, here we are, back at work again. And just trying to save for working on an EP.
Okay,
so I'm trying to release an EP by January, February. I'm trying to drop that music video by maybe end of November, December. So, Jacob, don't kill me. I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on. EP, no features.
Ooh. She's gonna go double platinum with no features.
No, wait. On the EP, no, I just mean I'm not working on features right now. But shit, if you guys want one of those,
Joe loves to freestyle.
Really,
Yeah,
Joe?
Joe, you want to give us a
Okay, Joe.
No.
I'm not even I'm still working on freestyling, bro. I'm still working on being able to pull up a beat and just go ham. Like,
Oh, we're gonna make you do that today.
Yeah, speaking about
nah, chill. I'm not ready, guys.
Yeah, maybe we can get a little bit of opinions from Quinn on some of the beats too.
yeah, you already know.
Okay.
Sure.
We can do that.
So how do you navigate kind of because we're living in a social era where everything's social media, this and that, promoting yourself. There's so many artists on Instagram putting out things all the time. So how do you stand out? How do you navigate that realm? If the goal is to stand out, like how do you work with that? It's a tough question. I know.
It is.
It's just like
So I
consistent like posting
Like,
music.
so what I
connecting.
started doing, literally just started maybe about a week or two ago now. My thing is I've already deleted Snapchat for like 2-3 years now. I just have Instagram, and Instagram is strictly for like my music. Yes, I post because people also want to know obviously what I'm doing behind the scenes. Like, am I boring? Am I like, what am I doing on my spare time? And yeah, I'll literally be living at work and people are like, yo, let's get it. Like get to the bag and then get to the studio, literally. So I consistently post for like about a week and then I delete the app.
Okay.
So that's what I do. I delete the app so that I'm not like scrolling through.
I did that
This
for a while
person
too,
this person just released another song. This person just released Nah, I just consistently post and just promote my stuff and get my friends and family to promote and whatever the case may be, and then I delete the app. So that's just that is no distractions, So I don't know if I'm standing out because nobody really knows that I'm doing that, but like people also notice that you haven't been like literally my friends would be like I messaged you on Instagram like 3 days ago. I'm like sorry, I deleted the app. I don't have the app. Like literally, I'll go to work and they'll be like I messaged you like I was looking for you and I'm like you have my number. She's like my phone broke. I'm like sorry, I don't have the app right now. I'm sorry, I'm off for the week. So yeah.
So, quick question. So, like, as someone who kind of had, like, the creative idea to distinctively separate yourself from the other Toronto artists, like, what are your tips to, like, a beginner artist who wants to kind of, like, follow your footsteps, as in, like, who wants to have, like, a unique sound but not want to be like others? Like, what kind of tips do you think would you suggest?
Advice? It's gonna be so like cliche and so like you'll probably be wondering like why I would even say it, but like don't give in to peer pressure, bro. Especially from your family.
Yeah.
Let's start there. So that's like another reason why I'm kind of I don't want to say behind, but it's like I just took too much foolish advice, And a lot of people do that and don't admit it, or you know what I mean. But I admit to my faults for sure. I took advice from people who don't even know 20 words to my songs. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would I even do that? This was like maybe when I was a little younger. Now I'm like really kind of, I literally am zoning people out, like even my family. Like I will they'll make a group chat and I'll remove myself from that group chat. Because like, nah, bro, I'm not having it. I'm not trying to hear it, you know? So, WhatsApp, yes, WhatsApp, exactly. Yo, oh my gosh. I have, honey. So I've done that multiple times. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You know, they do right for me or whatever the case may be. But sometimes it's just like you really just gotta tune every and anything out. And I also got better at that like during my like spiritual awakening, bro. Like I kind of just learned to just shut the whole world off, you know? So again, it starts with that Instagram thing. I already kind of been doing that. Like it's not like I'm like glued to my phone type thing. It's literally just my music. Even at work, like I work like a 9 to 5, like it's like a cleaning job. Then I work at the rec room in Square One. So like even at work, I'll be like having a tray in my hand. I'm sending a quick text. I'm like, it's music related. I have to, like, I gotta do this, you know. And then that's it for the day or whatever the case may be. Like so, to stand out or to like any advice to anybody who's like up and coming into the music industry, don't be afraid, bro. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to speak up. Speak your mind, not take advice, you know what I mean? Especially like, I don't even want to call no names, but anyways, just don't be afraid to do your own thing, bro. Like at the end of the day, you can't please everyone. People are going to not like you or like you however they want to feel about you. They're going to do it regardless of what you do to or and for them, you know? So it's do what you got to do for you. Like you really, that's another thing that like I used to beat myself up a lot, you know, like, man, maybe I should try that or I should do that or I should have did that or I should have listened to this person. And it's like, as of lately or maybe about a year or 2 or 3 now, I've been like just taking my own advice and doing my own thing. And like I said, whatever is for me will be for me. It's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
So whether I'm 29, 30, 31, like if music is for me, it's always going to be for me. It's there. It's waiting for me, signed, sealed, and like, you know, it's packaged. It's just for Oshanna to take it and go, you know? So don't rush things. Stay positive for sure. Like anywhere you go. That's why when I was coming in here, I thought Rashid was gonna beat me up and be like, yo, blah blah blah. I was literally about to be like, fam, I don't even want to hear anything. Like I don't want to walk into that booth with any negative vibes. Like my vibrations need to be up here, you know? So it's like I thought he was gonna come with that and I'm like, okay, woo, he just hugged me. All right, we're good. So far so good. But yeah, positive vibes, stay around positive people, positive thinking. Even dieting, honestly. Okay. That's why I was able to get up at 5 a.m. today. So like, you know, I'm a pescatarian. Have been since
pescatarian too.
Yeah, gang. I just started this year though. So
did I.
Yeah, gang. But have you cheated? I cheated.
Literally, okay. Like I was like a whole month vegetarian.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna be pescatarian because I eat salmon or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I had like a small little meat thing during things. You know, but like
you gotta pretend.
Exactly.
We're new. We're fresh. You know, our body still needs to get used to it. Exactly. But like, yeah, dieting also, like you just take care of yourself as an artist. That's all you gotta do. Take care of yourself and everything else will come to you. You know what I mean? Save your money, like it's simple. It's just it's the regular like simple thing. Save your money, take care of yourself. Take your own advice, love yourself, put yourself first, bro. Like, especially when it comes to the music industry, you're gonna have to, like, you're gonna step on toes and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. That's it. So that's my advice to anyone starting out. Shoot, if anything comes to me, I got you. Throw it in there.
That's like, when you were talking about how, like, tuning out different advice, like, what do you do when you see different opportunities come your way? Like, how do you use your discretion to choose?
Yeah, how do you navigate? Because there's a fine line between advice that'll help you, you know, and then also, so how do you figure out?
Okay, I'm going to get kind of personal. So before my whole, like, spiritual thing going on right now, I, you know, as a black girl growing up in a black home, church every Sunday, they believe in this and blah, 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 and whatever. So I had someone tell me, like, you know, don't... There was an LGBT thing going on and they wanted me to perform and it was like the person in the household was like, no, don't perform for them because of the fact that it's and I'm like, again, took that advice and then I realized I knocked people for that, you know what I mean? Like, no one really knows because I never spoke about it, but, like, I knocked people for that, then they don't know that I knocked them. And it's like, and I don't actually care for all of that. Like, do what you gotta do. If you love girls, homie, you love girls, and if you love a guy, homie, like you love a guy, I don't care for all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't follow politics and all that stuff. You know, so growing up in such a like a, I guess you can say like a political home, you know, especially as Black children, like Black, you know, it's a lot harder. So it's like sing in church, go to choir practice, sing only in for choir, sing for the Lord. And I'm not knocking any of that, but at the same time, you kind of can't mold me to just be that one person. Like I'm gonna end up resenting you, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking parents or friends or like I'm talking like everyone, anyone. It could be friends, parents, it could be cousins, it could be anyone, literally. Like your neighbor is like, oh, I heard you at what's it called? Do you go there? That's where you perform. And but it's like, yeah. So what? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like I performed there, not you. Don't worry about it. You weren't there anyway. So like, you know, so stuff like that. So like I did knock that, and I regretted it later.
It's tough.
I was
I
like,
sympathize
yeah,
with you,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? It's like, okay, fine, I won't do that. Just to stay on everybody's good side or someone's good side. And then I realized, like, you know, I knocked those kind of like the crowd of who's to say it was like 150 people. I knocked them because I listened to one person's advice, you know? So that's kind of what also taught me, like, yo, I'm not even trying to do that anymore.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm not desperate where I'm going to just, you know, go to a gun show and perform or something like that. Like, no, stuff like that. Like, no, okay, I'm not going to come there, but I'll, like, you know, so stuff like that. Like I said, I'll start taking my own advice or whatever the case may be. But
This was when you were like a little younger.
yeah,
right?
this
I
was
was gonna say,
just
'cause
a couple
you're
years
young,
ago.
you're vulnerable.
Yeah,
It's just,
exactly.
You're just listening
and
to
I just
everyone.
started, and I just started out in the
Yeah.
music, so it's just like, okay, maybe that's the right way to go, like, you know. And then I started to think about it, and I'm just like, but wait, why am I knocking these people? Why am I not giving
Yeah.
these people what they potentially want to hear, or maybe
Exactly.
want to hear? You know what I mean? Like, it does, just because they do this or they're a little different from me doesn't mean that they don't need that same type of love or same type of energy that I give through my music.
Exactly,
you know,
yeah.
so from that, like, the person that gave me that advice, I love you, but you know, it's just I'm just not.
That's the
doing that.
thing.
I just
Like
can't.
to the
like, you
younger
know?
like listeners, like you guys gotta like follow your own instincts.
Yeah, bro.
Like even me, like I followed advice from family members and stuff. But as you get older, you're like, why?
Exactly? You live and you learn, though,
Yeah.
right? You live and that's literally like
You just gotta
the
apply it.
epitome of life. You
Yeah.
live and you learn. So,
Exactly.
yeah, man.
True. Yeah. It's definitely facts. Cause like if you, cause like once you like take an opportunity, that opportunity can lead you to anywhere.
Exactly.
Especially in the music industry. If you, because let's say you perform, you know, for a certain crowd, now you suddenly have a whole other demographic of audience that will support you.
Yeah.
So you're grabbing different.
Exactly. So that's exactly what I thought. I'm just like, I let down all those people, and it's like I could have had, you know, more support, more love, and you know, so it is what it is. You live and you learn. I would never do that again. It is what it is.
True.
I want to ask another question, kind of about being like an independent artist. So you have like artists like Daniel Caesar, we all know who he is,
Yeah.
who blew up or whatever. He turned off my mic. Or it's just, or no, he just turned on the volume. Anyways, who blew up? You know, he's an independent artist, kind of an anomaly because it's really difficult to blow up as an independent artist, as we previously established. And he has like a really strong team around him, producers that also give him business advice. So where do you kind of get your advice from, and how are you going to kind of build? I don't know. Do you want a team or like build your team to kind of support you in that way?
I absolutely do want a team. I'm still kind of trying to put one together because it's like, I'm not knocking, you know, my dogs over there, but I'm just saying, like, we don't do as much as we should. But I also understand that, like, we're also really young.
Oh, yeah,
right?
you
we
have
all
time.
really young. We all have things to do. We have obligations. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, my thing is like, with a team, I want like a meeting at least once or twice a week. You know, I want to be able to get in the studio at least once or twice every week. You
Yeah.
know.
It's that structure because I find a lot of artists.
Yeah, you do, and you need that. You, especially in this industry, like, you need structure, you need consistency, you need persistence. Like, you need all of that. You need a team. Like,
Exactly.
yeah. So shout out to Daniel Caesar for having that. You know, and yo, literally last year I had a lawyer that was talking to me about him. Like, the lawyer was just like, oh, like, I can look, like, kind of like sharing his music with me. And he's like, I know about this guy already. He's like, oh, really? Well, I'm his engineer's lawyer, so let me know if you need anything and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, wow, must be nice.
Ooh.
So, you know what I mean? So it went from not just his engineer, but since his engineer as a lawyer, this lawyer is also talking to me about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, that's a team. You get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm working on having a team. Right now, bruh, I'm like desperate for an assistant. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, at work, my 9 to 5, like, sometimes they'll get annoyed. I know they don't say anything, but like, I
Yeah.
know they'll get annoyed when I'm like supposed to be doing something and I'm texting because I'm like replying to like
Right.
DMs or emails,
Exactly,
or I'm
yeah.
trying to get something done like pertaining to my music, and then because I'm like the only one with a license, I'm the driver, so I don't get time to myself like that. Like, you know, it's just like drive, get to the destination, and work. You know, whereas everybody, I'll be on the highway, everybody's sleeping
Yeah.
in the car. It's like, I need somebody to keep 6 or something, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'll literally be driving back and everyone else is sleeping. It's like, oh, must be nice. I actually have things to do. I have, you know, I want to be productive, but I can't because I gotta drive, you know? So, yeah, I'm working on a team, guys.
Definitely. Yes.
Ollie, do you have another question?
Yeah, I got a few, you know. So, I see you rocking that chain right now. Right?
Yes, sir.
So, like,
She came through with a drip, you know.
Everyone's got a chain.
So, like, as a rapper, how do you feel that chain kind of changes your
Image?
image, or
Honestly,
even
and singer. You call me a rapper.
Oh.
Unless you're speaking it into
I'm
existence, that's
speaking it.
okay. That's okay. We'll take that.
That-
Honestly, it's just, I don't know. Okay, when I walked in, how did you guys feel about it? What did you say? She already said icy, so you're out. Like, okay, and what else did you
I
guys
don't do
take from it?
chains, so, like, I don't know.
Yeah, see, like
Yeah.
it's I have my days where I'm not wearing any, and then I have my days where I am wearing it. So
Yeah.
it's not it has nothing to do with my appearance or anything. It's just like, I don't know. It's just
Sometimes
it's
you
just
just feel
there.
it.
Yeah,
That's
Right.
serious. You just
Yeah.
wear it when you want. You
Yeah,
know? Yeah.
literally. Like it's,
Definitely.
you know, sometimes I'll even just wear one, and then you know. So yeah, it's nothing to do really with my image because I can go without for
Ollie,
sure.
before you came in here, was like, "Yo, Paul, should I put on the chain or not?"
See, look, no, see, that's a different ball game. I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, like no, I literally I can wear it and I can go without. Like
True.
I can be Oshanna like without.
Yeah.
Yo, even naked. I'm joking.
Yeah, because I remember I was looking at the BET Awards,
Mm-hmm.
like the walk-in, and they were talking. Most like the rappers, they were talking about like how it kind of like enhances their confidence. Kind of, it's almost like a persona that they put on. once you have
Develop when
the-
they put on all the
the chain
jewelry and
and stuff.
stuff. No, like I said, I've also performed without, you know, jewelry. Like
Yeah.
so, it's not. It doesn't. I don't have any ties to it.
True.
It's not anything. I'm not gonna like, you know, pop it off right now or anything. But like, I have no ties to it. It doesn't make me or break me.
True.
That's it. I don't look at it like that. I'm not materialistic. Let's start
Yeah.
there. I'm not materialistic at all. Yeah, I mean, if I was, I'd probably have like 2 or 3 more, and then I'd have some bottoms. Like I had bottoms, and I lost them, and I was just like, forget it. Like I don't need them again. Like, you know, so it's not that serious. But yeah, I'm not a materialistic person. I'm a tattoo person because I know that
Yo,
once I
right
start,
there.
yeah, I know I have a bunch, but I want to start. I want to get a sleeve. I know. For sure, once I start getting tatted, it's gonna be meaningful stuff.
Sure,
You know what I mean? I'm not
exactly,
just throwing foolishness on my body like 100%. Like
I got a couple
nah, like
meaningful ones.
yeah, exactly. So anything I have right now is meaningful to me. Like it means something 110%.
Yeah.
But my jewelry and stuff, like I rather walk with my tattoos than my jewelry. I can do without, you know. So
Real, yeah.
my tattoos would tell more of a story than my chains. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of switching gears. What does your songwriting process look like? Because it's different for everyone. Do you like alone, or like how does it work for you?
There's one person that I extremely love writing music with, Tay Gold from the Old Ways song. That I love writing music with him. He's for somebody who's like just starting as well. He knows what he's doing. He knows what I should be doing. Like I feel like him. Like if I'm taking anyone's advice, it'd be him. And like I said, for someone who like is not into the industry like that, he knows a lot and he does a lot and
Yeah.
he's really good at what he does. And I really like writing music with him. So my writing process is either like sometimes I'll even finish work at 2-3 o'clock in the morning and we'll just park up outside and just write a song.
That's
literally. So it's just like literally just pull into the driver or whatever and just start writing. We'll be in the car till like 5 o'clock in the morning. Other times I'll be emotional and I'll just pull up my notes or pull up my my mic.
Yeah.
And just like to record like the phone on the mic on the phone or whatever. I'll start recording. And out of anywhere, honestly, like I can be, like I said, I'll be driving and I have like a couple bars in my head and I'll just press record and just start recording it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the problem with that is that though when I'm driving and I'm doing that, I don't have a full song, so I'm doing that a lot, and then I have songs that are
Like snippets.
so it's like I'm in the process of I'm trying so hard right now not to write a new song and just finish what I have, but I also know that I kind of want to get out what I have enclosed right now, you know. So my writing process is like all over the place, and I don't know if that makes me an artist or a messy artist, you know?
No, I feel like it's more real.
It's like it's
you don't have
genuine.
to
Like
sit down, and write
literally,
a pad,
like
but you're just
I'll finish serving a table and I'll run to the back and I'll hear something drop and something drop after it, and I'll drop a like I'll literally be like, okay, start it out, like you know what I mean? I'll be like, I feel that. So like it's all over the place realistically.
What's your opinion on like ghostwriters and or artists that claim to write their own music but have writers that write music? Like, what's your opinion on that?
So if you but I'm glad you worded it that way, because if you had said what's my opinion on ghostwriters, I don't have a problem with ghostwriters. But if you're lying about have ghostwriters, it's like, why would you lie? Why are you lying? You know what I mean? What are you so afraid of? You know, I don't have ghostwriters. I don't care. Like Tevin and I wrote Old Ways together. That was his song originally. Actually, it was his song, and I was in the basement with him and him and his cousin, and they were recording the song, and he was high out of his mind. So I'm like, yo, get serious. I like slapped him upside his head. I'm like, get serious, bro, just sing it. So I started singing, and they looked at me like, yo, you should get on this. So that's how Old Ways came about. What was the question again? Sorry.
What's your
ghostwriters?
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with ghostwriters. If I have something written and someone comes up and says, I feel like you should switch this verse with something that I have, I'm open to the idea, but you really gotta sell it to me, because I really like writing my own music. Like, you know, like if I really feel like, okay, it sounds better, fine, like I'll throw it in there. I've never had that yet, you know. But right now I strictly write my music. And I don't knock ghostwriters. Just like if you're lying about it, it's like I said, what do you have to hide? Why are you lying about it? You know, some people I know, because sometimes I feel I lack confidence in my lyrics. 100%. A lot of artists do. Don't let these artists fool you. Some of them will write their crap, like, you know, like Michael Jackson mixed one of his songs 100 times and ended up using the second one. You know what I mean? So it's just like how, like, you like I said, you really gotta just take your own advice, do your own thing, bro. Like, you really just gotta, like, whatever you feel is what if it feels good to you, do it, take it. You know what I mean? So, but if somebody else writing your stuff is okay for you, then do it, take it. That's you. Do what you got to do. If you can, if it's because you can't write but you can sing it or you can rap it, then do it. But lying about it, I don't know, man. I don't know.
So do you ever feel like anxiety or stress when you like try to make the full song?
Anxiety should be written on my forehead right now. No, I'm joking. Like, you know, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, sometimes writing a song can be stressful. I'm the worst, honestly. I'm the worst when it comes to writing songs, especially if it's like I start a hook and have a verse. If I can't, like, if I start a hook and a verse and get it done within like a minute or 2 minutes or like, you know, half an hour, and then it's taking me like another 4 or 5 hours to write the next verse or whatever, I'll be like, forget this. Like, I'm not doing this. Like, I've had a brain fart and like I'll come back to this tomorrow. So my process is like sometimes it does cause stress for me. So there are other times, like I said, I can just spit it out, and then there are other times where it's just like when I spit it out, it's like that's what I needed to get out, and then I'll come back tomorrow and finish it, you know? So yeah, I do sometimes get stressed out writing a song.
What about stress and anxiety when it comes to performing live? What are your experiences with that? Because you have to sing, like, you don't have to voice, like, it affects you.
That's a bigger deal.
Do you have any like routine you do beforehand or anything?
You know what? For one of my performances, I smoked before my performance. I just started smoking last year. Okay. It got heavy this year, so bad, guys. So bad. I'm cutting it out. But like I just started smoking last year, and I performed. At the downtown performance. I don't remember. There's a lot of them, but I smoked before that performance, and I killed it. Like I think then genuinely, but that's what I'm saying. I don't want to have to, like, you know, give into substances in order for me to get my actual demeanor out. You know what I mean? Because I'm actually I'm a dope person. Like, yo, like, get to know me, and I'm like chill, like, you know. So it's like I don't want to have to like lean to substances in order for me to get that type my persona out like that.
Yeah.
So it's like I did have that one time. I smoked and I killed it, and I felt nothing. I was late for that performance too. I was late. I left my mom at home. She was supposed to drive, and I'm like, nope, you're gonna take too long, so I gotta drive my own car. So I drove and I flew there, and I was like maybe 10 minutes late. I think it was like 10 minutes late. So I hopped right on stage, and I didn't feel like anything, no flusters, no nothing. Like I was good to go, but it was because I was smoking. So so I would say, when I first started performing, you could hear it in my throat. I'm swallowing or not swallowing my spit and stuff. So it's like I would sweat, I'm stressed out. Like, who's in the crowd? Like, what am I like? Am I gonna choke? Like, okay, these are my lyrics. I've been singing them for umpteen years, but like, am I gonna choke? Am I gonna miss something? Am I gonna say something too fast? Or like, so I do kind of get stressed out during performances or about to perform. It's gotten a lot better.
That's good.
It's gotten a whole lot better. Like, I'm a lot more confident now. Shout out to my pops again, because my dad also helps me with just the internet. Right. Just knowing what to do and like how to stay focused and how to stay confident and all that stuff. So now it's gotten a lot better.
That's good.
That's dope.
I could never imagine like having to sing before a performance, like the nerves. Oh my goodness, because like I drum, right, so I don't have to.
You just sit in the back.
I just sit in the back. Exactly.
Must be nice.
But like the singer, like I'm always like watching the singer. I'm like, how are you doing this right now?
Yeah,
because I'm like shaking on the inside, but you can't tell because I'm drumming.
All you guys are on the same.
Yeah, but it's like that's so Props to you and all the other singers.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
I had one, but I don't know how to really phrase it. So like I heard a couple of songs from you.
Yeah.
They were mostly around like the topic of like love, right? Yeah. Do you have like one message that you want to like take, say, once you actually start traveling and performing? Like, is there one message you want like the audience to like actually hold on to or like walk away with?
A piece of advice that I want to.
Or like, you know how like artists have like a message in their music or some sort of.
Or do you mean like how artists, like some artists, their theme is more around love, some artists' theme is around more like social justice, if that's a thing, or like stuff
exactly,
like that. Like
yeah.
theme, like if you have an overall theme, maybe.
Oh nah.
No?
My thing is like I'm a messy artist, guys. I'll come out and talk about no, I'm joking. I'm so joking. Nah. Honestly, right now, because I'm kind of not going through, but I went through a breakup. We were together for 5 years, and that's kind of what made me start writing about love, having it and not having it, losing it, and all that stuff. I have a lot of love songs, and
just based on your life experience.
Yeah. And just other people's as well, listening and seeing and hearing. I have a lot of love tracks, but I also have like songs about like, dreaming and sticking to your dreams and following your dreams. I have songs about self-worth. I have songs about family as well. There's just I literally have like 2 or 3 songs released, guys, but you should see my notes. You should see my notes. It's just a matter of, again, being consistent, like getting into the studio. But our like dollar is trash, so I mean like it's just hard to do everything that I want to do right now. Obviously, I would like I said, I'd love to be in the studio once or twice a week, but I genuinely can't afford that right now.
Yeah,
right. Just, that seems to be the barrier for a lot of
for a lot of people. No one's admitting it, but like I just can't right now, and I've actually have a life that I gotta get together as well, right? So it's like I'm not trying to put my music on the back burner at all, but it's like it's hard out here, bro. So I have tons of messages other than just love, life, family, friends, your dreams and stuff. I have tons of messages, so I don't have just one. Yeah. Maybe not now. I probably have to just continue what I'm doing now, where I can be able to say like, you literally just like, this is it, bro. But right now I have tons of messages to get out.
This is kind of a whack question, but
there's no whack question.
If you've never found music and if you've never pursued music as like this career that you've built upon, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
Traveling. I promise you. I would be back in school going, as for Sheena, I still kind of talk about it because I'm like, yo, the only way I'm like gonna really get to this bag, to get to my music bag, is unfortunately if I go back to school and get a real job, as the adults say, right?
Real job.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm
Whatever
probably
that
just
means,
you know exactly. You know what I mean?
School. I'm just gonna say something. School
Is overrated.
Overrated. Literally,
Like,
like,
it's not.
nah. It's.
I know you don't even have to explain it to me, babe. Trust me. Like I know, but it's like I see the paychecks as well.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
right.
like if I really want to do this music thing, I gotta get a real paycheck. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking my jobs. I love my jobs. I like my jobs a lot. And but it's just not enough to get me to where I
Yeah.
feel like as an artist I need to be. You know?
Yeah.
But that's okay. Like I said, the process is everything's gonna be a process. Like. Shit, I could be stripping. Excuse my language. But like, you know what I mean? Like, not
Hey, a
knocking
lot of young
strippers.
people are
You gotta-
considering that nowadays, and just the way things are. Yeah.
No, do what you gotta
You-
do.
you-
I'm
you
not
be
knocking
the
anyone's
best Cardi
hustle.
B.
I'm just, I'm just saying, like, what's
It's
mine is
tough.
mine.
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
What's mine is mine. It'll always be there. So it's like,
I really like how you touched up on like having other jobs. Like a lot
Yeah.
of people want to make it easy as, oh, if you want something, go get it. It's not that
it's
easy.
not
Yeah.
that easy,
Like, there's
bro.
other
There's so many.
barriers.
You have obligations. You have family. You have. Like sometimes, like I'm the type of person I usually take up things on my head. Unfortunately, I usually used to do that a lot. So like my friends going through something, I got you. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like let's put my thing aside for a couple days or a
Yeah.
couple months, and I got you. You know. So like that's the kind of person I am. Not unfortunately, because that's my heart. It's not unfortunate at all. It might be unfortunate for my music or for my supporters who want something from me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I'm not able to give right now because I'm trying to take care of the rest of the world.
Yeah.
You know? But like I said, that's why I start off by saying you need to learn to love yourself, bro. You do.
Yeah.
And I learned to do that because if I didn't, I wouldn't be in this room right now. You know? So I've had to say no to a lot of people in order for me to be where I am. And I'm okay with that. So yeah, it's not that easy, bro, being an artist. Like don't let these other artists fool you. Like it's hard.
I
So
think being an artist is probably one of the hardest. No, I'm not gonna call it a job because it's not really a job, but it can.
I mean,
be,
it
but
is
like
a
one
job.
of the hard.
it is a
Yeah,
job
okay,
because
okay,
I
a
still
job.
gotta,
job.
yeah, I still
Right,
gotta
right.
put my money and my energy and my time
Yeah.
into it.
Right,
You know,
right,
that's
right.
so I
And
do.
only
kind
thing
of,
is,
So the hardest pursuits of
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You can say that, yeah, for sure.
And, like the whole thing is a whole journey too in itself. You know, like everything has from small beginnings. Like, maybe like 10 years from now, you could be like the next.
Oh, honey, you give me 10 years?
I mean,
Oh,
like,
10
Try
years?
like you're right.
With-
You don't
with-
rate
within-
me.
within-
He's
I mean,
right.
like,
The whole
within-
team
within
to,
the
like-
Oh, you gotta
year,
move fast.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm telling you guys. I promise you guys by next year. I don't want to,
No, say
don't.
it.
I
Say
should
it.
tell them. I should tell.
Put it-
Okay, by next year I should have. Next year alone, I will be dropping at least like 10, 15 songs.
Lit.
And I know for like what is that, like 1 or 2 every month or like, you know, so I'll have at least 10 to 13, 14 songs next year for sure. This year 2017 was kind of like a start. That's when I dropped Antidote. And then last year was Old Ways. And that's also, and then this year was you got Need Me and a music video.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm working my way there and I'm learning and I'm trusting the process as well. And I know what I got to do to get where I want to be.
Yeah.
So it's like tunnel vision right now. So like, yes, I'm working my ass off and whatever, but I know what I want to do, like where I want to be by the bottom of next year. So that's why I'm like not so much in the studio now because you got to stack, right?
Yeah.
So you got other things to do. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'm sorry for everyone who's waiting for a new banger and a new song and a music video. I'm sorry, guys.
It's good that you have
It's
a
gonna be
vision
worth
and
it.
goals, though. You know, you
Yeah.
have something you're working
Yeah.
towards. What do your notes look like? Or not notes, or do you have like a bunch of beats banked away, like songs banked away? Because I know some bands, artists, they have like hundreds upon hundreds of just like songs and beats. So is that like yours? or-
Honey, let me just go into. So these are my voice notes. Yeah, bro. These are my voice notes. Okay.
I'm just gonna pretend they're a lot because I can't see it.
I'm gonna show you. No. Like these are
Oh,
my
okay. Oh,
voice
man.
notes. This is music, okay? And then I have things actually like in my notes. So there's over, I don't know, it doesn't count it, but I have at least over 120 songs like
Yeah.
in my voice notes. Some stuff got to be merged together. So if you want, you can say I have maybe 85 songs. Yeah, because some things are just like a snippet of this and snippet of that. So
Yeah.
I probably have like 85 songs, and then there are songs in my notes as well that just haven't been recorded and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yo, don't
So, yeah.
underestimaate those snippets though. Like,
Yeah,
they
and,
come back,
yeah.
no,
right?
I know
They
for
work
Never
sure.
together.
delete. You know, Sean Brown. He's with Daniel Caesar. He does like creative direction for him.
Oh, okay.
He's like never delete your old
Your
work. That's like
old
his,
work.
that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
his
I
famous
know.
last words. Never delete your old
And
work.
then that's another thing though. That's another thing though too. Like I'll have snippets and I'll be like, I'll remember that and delete it. I'll be like,
No,
and then I go to
delete.
the studio. I'm like, I was supposed to put something here. Why did I delete that? No, yeah. So like, you don't delete your
Don't delete
notes,
it.
bro.
Create a hard drive just if you need
Fact.
storage,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, don't delete it.
Yeah. Got it.
So yeah, and like with those like small snippets, like are you ever a fan of like combining two songs
Yeah.
into one?
Yeah, for sure. I've done it. Man, you know what? I probably wouldn't say I'm a fan of doing it, but I've done it, and I've had to do it. You know. But like I said, if I have something in my heart and I write it, and it's pertaining to love, and I have something else in my heart and I write it and it's pertaining to being brokenhearted, they're two different topics to me. Because when I'm strictly talk about love is great. Love is amazing when it's good, when it's right, you know, when it's done properly. And then the other one is about heartbreak. So no, I'm not gonna want to intertwine the two, because this one is strictly like, yo, I'm gonna tell you about this guy, what he did to me, bro. Like, yo, so check this, no, like, you know. So sometimes I am not a fan of putting them together, but I will if I have to. I do what I gotta do.
Does do you have what do you? Yeah. You're good. Okay.
If we're done questions, we can move on to the next segment.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
So maybe we can go on to the next segment. We have it's called the Genius segment. We go into your
My
into-
lyric?
Based off the
into
genius
song.
thing where they explain their, that's it. Like
Yeah,
genius,
basi-
that's what it's based off.
basically. So then we'll just go into Need Me, and we'll just like watch the video and like let's talk about it basically.
Are you gonna pull up the
Yeah,
video on
sure.
there or anything?
Yeah, you can raise it up. Actually no, probably not.
I mean, obviously she's seen the video.
Yeah, like,
It's okay. I
can-
gotta see it. It's all good.
You can just play it.
I mean, I don't know what's gonna be up with the audio, but
Is it gonna play through speakers?
yeah, turn it up to 0.
I high key thought that was a bullet over there.
A
But
bullet?
it's,
Oh.
I was like, yo. I'm like, that's what you guys are doing in here.
It's
Okay.
You guys getting audio?
Yeah.
So how long did it take to like master this one, like process?
Yo, honestly, I released this back in February for Valentine's Day and took it down. Took it down because it wasn't, I didn't buy the beat yet and all that stuff. Like, I'm telling you, I'm a new artist, guys. I didn't buy the beat yet, so you can hear the watermarks basically. And I'm like, yo, like, why didn't I deal with that? Like,
In
what?
this?
And then yeah,
Yeah?
and originally, so I released it in February, and then I finally bought the beat and then re-released it in April. So yeah, that'll never happen again. I learned my lesson. But yeah.
Cute video. I've watched it. So it's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I watched
Thanks,
it.
man.
Last night.
I get that a lot. Everyone's like, you actually used your boyfriend?
Oh, that's your boyfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay. I was
gonna
Tevin.
question you.
But yeah,
That's
let's-
Tego, guys. Yeah. Like, yeah.
So in the future, just out of curiosity, like,
Oh boy, here we go.
if you're, no, I'm not trying to wish anything upon, but like, you know, you're looking back on the video, life has changed. Like, I guess it's like you've kind of your memories in a video and a song,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. That's how I felt.
That's how you
in
felt,
the
yeah.
time,
That's
right?
good, that's
So
good. Yeah.
like, I would never diss him,
Oh,
or
no,
if
no,
anything
yeah.
was to happen, you know, like I would never diss him. I'd never be like, I'm taking down that music video, and like, you know, like that's how I felt at the
For sure,
time,
for
right?
sure.
So
It's authentic. I think
yeah,
it's good.
I got that a lot. Yeah, it is, guys. I'm trying to do my thing.
It's cuffing season, by the way.
It's my favorite season, not because it's cuffing season, but
Yeah.
because I just love fall.
Yeah.
I love the big shirts.
Fan of winter though?
Big,
No?
honey.
No? No?
No.
Fall and winter are very different things, Paul.
Yeah, Paul. Come on, Paul. Nah, yeah, no, nah, I'm a fall girl. Love fall.
fall.
Summer and spring, and you know, it's alright. It's there, but I love fall. I love the big sweaters, big shirts, big.
You know those big, not we don't do. You know those mink jackets? Not the I don't do real.
the
real-
the
yeah.
big
Yeah,
ones. Like
yeah,
I like.
yeah.
No, okay, yeah. I know I haven't had one of those yet, but no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming soon
But I
though.
feel you.
So, how did you meet Pharaoh?
This is my cousin.
Really?
yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you have a musical family. Eh?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
He's doing his thing too. He's being looked at a couple of labels as well. He's doing his thing. He's very talented, that kid. I couldn't believe I just started like, cause it's like on my dad's side, or I should say my stepmom's side. Honestly, he's my cousin through my stepmom's side. Like, but again, blood couldn't make us any closer, you know. So yeah, I went, you know, growing up you meet a couple people in your family, and then when you get older, you meet them again, and you're like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, you used to be like yay hi. And blah, blah. That what was Pharaoh. That was Pharaoh for me. It was like we never really interacted when we were younger, or when I was going over and everything. But like as we got older, it was like now we have more of a connection, right? Because of the music. So yeah.
He's older than you, right?
No, he's younger than me. Yeah, right. Little cousin. Yeah.
Oh, little cousin.
True. Okay, cool.
Word.
So like with the video, like what was your inspiration? You talk about love in it,
Yeah.
obviously, but like why, like
For
what
the
was, like,
video or for the
inspiration?
lyrics?
Lyrics.
Lyrics. My inspiration was just like boys, I guess, not how do I put it?
Take your time.
Yeah.
Not giving a fuck. Is that what it is? No.
No, it's more so
Not appreciative, not like
yeah.
like they're just
I was just trying to find a different way to explain it, but like, yeah, it's just boys not being appreciative of what they have when they have it. You know, like they use the saying goes, you don't know what you have until it's gone.
Yeah.
You know, it's a real thing. Like, so that is like, that's literally the song. Like, you don't know what you have until it's gone. You're gonna need me. Like, you know, when I'm out of here, you gonna be like, oh, she used to do this for me. Oh, she used to say that. Oh my gosh, I need her to talk me out of this. Or like, you know what I mean? It's like, guys, same thing goes for like. It goes both ways, vice versa. But like it's mainly I'm just talking about me, you know what I mean, in the song. So it's like, it's like literally like we all actually don't know what we have until it's gone, you know. And I've learned that through like, you know, deaths of family members and stuff too, and like friends. And so this one is just pertaining to love, basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, dope. That's yeah. Like some people just like make songs just
to make them.
yeah,
No,
to make
I
them,
have
you
those
know?
songs too, where it's not. I don't want to say it's not meaningful, but it just comes up in my head and I'll start writing about it, you know. But like this one was definitely there's way more behind it, you know.
I think it's good to have a bit of both too.
Yeah, definitely.
Because then I don't write songs, but like would it be draining to be every single personal experience, every single thing to be just writing, or not really?
Draining? I feel like you'd be doing yourself a favor. You'd be stressing less.
That's
you know what I
true.
mean?
You
If you
could
really
put it all
let out
out.
everything, like, you know, it's like meditating, right? So,
Right. True.
yeah, I wouldn't be draining.
True. Okay. All right, let's get on to the cipher.
Oh boy, who told
The
y'all
whole title of
I
the
know how to
show is Cypher.
freestyle? I don't know how to freestyle.
So you have the okay to you're okay to freestyle?
I
No.
mean,
if you can't freestyle, you don't have to.
how many beats do you got? Am I allowed
like
to say like
We
skip
got
it?
5 beats.
Let
Five
her
beats?
Let her choose one. Let her.
No, you can play. No, like if
play all of them.
yeah,
Play all
yeah.
of
If you
them.
play
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and if I can't feel
Yeah,
it, then
yeah.
I'll be like, okay, on to
We don't want to like put you on the spot and just blow you up your
You're
spot.
already
either.
doing that. No, I'm joking.
This one probably is too fast or something, but
It started out like any other day. Hopped up on my bed and I said my favorite prayer. So much going on inside and I ain't got time. No, I ain't got time to sort it all out. Got you on my mind and I don't know why. After all the tears that I've cried, I don't understand why you're still on my standby list. All the lies you sold, yeah.
That's
Ooh.
amazing. You sound amazing. Yeah,
Thanks, man.
that was great.
Started off a little shaky, but yeah, thanks.
get another
No,
beat.
you have an amazing voice. You don't even need the freestyle because your voice is just so good, you know.
Let me give you another beat. Like,
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Paul wants another one.
Let's go. That's okay. I got all day, guys.
don't worry. You like this one?
I think I have something. Yeah, it is. I was
Like the
waiting for the
squeal
beat to drop like a
Yeah.
little earlier. Pretty face, small waist, and she chase paper. Just keep it 100, you ain't gotta chase her. Shawty know the ropes, yeah, these streets so mean. Popping bottles, open books, the demeanor of a queen. And
Yeah,
Ooh.
no, it's great. That beat was kind of, it's like
it was,
sounds like,
I didn't
like
know
that.
where to
yeah,
go
yeah.
with it.
It
Yeah,
sounds like a Halloween, like what is
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Ollie found these beats, so
oh, Paul's like, that's not me.
That's
It's like,
oh, man, he threw you right under the bus, bro.
another beat. Anyone? Yeah.
Next one.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
ask the artist. Are you okay?
Yeah, if
Yeah.
there's 5,
Okay.
I'll do all 5. I got you.
Okay.
If, yeah.
It's really hot in here, bro.
Yo, I'm sweating.
Can I just throw water on everything? Ooh. Okay. So now you got nothing to say. You've been sitting there staring at it, ain't you gonna press play? Okay, I'm gonna do that again. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No worries, no
Okay,
worries.
You gonna run it back or are you gonna?
you can leave it. Okay. So now you got nothing to say. You've been sitting there staring at it, ain't you gonna press play? Ain't you gonna press play? That's right, I found your sex tape. Oh, caught you all in emotion. This'll be my token out. Boy, what you saying right now? Oh, you gon' lose some before you win some. My heart is at the gate, yeah, I should've never stayed. This was your game, pretty well played. What can I say? But once you know better, you gon' do better. Coming from me first, boy, you should've known better. I ain't here to switch you, I'm tryna do better. She can come and get you, I'm sure she's no better. No.
Ooh.
Fire, man. Came with it.
They just keep getting better and better.
Throw another one.
Another one.
Got you.
Who are you? This is this other topic. Who are you listening to right now? What artists are you listening to? Just like random. Doesn't have to relate to your music.
If I'm being honest with you, it's a bunch of rap music.
A bunch of rap music? Yeah,
it's
same.
not even
I'm on the
like,
same.
I love trap music. Like
Okay,
I will
trap,
literally,
yeah.
yo, honestly, there was a party going on last week, and I'm like, I don't party, but literally the flyer said trap, and I'm like, I'm there.
You're there? Yeah.
Like I wanna go, I'm going. So I'm a very like, I love trap music.
So which artists right now do you have on repeat?
Benji. I know a lot of people have Benji. Northside Benji. I just started listening back to Biz Loke. I like Biz Loke.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
You listen
Yeah.
to Houdini too?
Yeah, a little bit of
This is your
Houdini.
category.
You think now we're talking? I listen to actually a lot of Black. I listen to Black a lot too.
Oh, true, true.
Have you heard for
It's
Killy or
not
no?
hard. Of course I've heard.
Yeah?
Chris. Honestly, I haven't listened to his music as of lately. I love Anders as well.
Listen.
but,
Anders.
I was at an event. Anders, he released something last night. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Do you know? Because my dad was like, yeah. Anyway,
I went
all
to his
things-
one last year. I went to one
Okay.
of his things last
Yeah, so he had a release thing, and he's I don't listen to him personally, but like he's dope.
Anders is
Dope. He is.
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
He is dope.
Do you listen to Pop Smoke?
Baby, welcome
Pop
to the
Smoke.
party.
Literally, his
we
I
voice,
was in my,
We
yeah,
legit-
how did I forget that? How did
he's
I forget
amazing.
that guy?
Literally,
legit
his
just had that
voice,
on.
like
Oh my gosh, I'm
ridiculous.
listening to a lot of Skepta, Nave Smalls. Yeah, a lot of I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now. I literally came from listening, but I was listening to Benji before I came here, so that's why Benji was the first person. But yeah, I love trap music. Yeah, so
cool. All right,
Let's see the next one.
yeah, Anders, he
Oh,
was-
this one.
This one?
Yeah, I like the guitar in it.
Yeah, it's more chill.
how do I do this? Write my feelings down upon a piece of paper. Somebody help me get through this. My emotions are all over these walls. Gotta watch my falls together. What if this isn't right? What if my wings don't take flight on my mind?
Ooh.
What if I'm the only one who feels this kind of numb in her life? 5 steps forward, 10 steps back. We won't go nowhere with that. Feeling like you've gone off track. You in your own way, holding you back. Like, can I go on any longer? Am I really getting stronger? You just gotta push yourself. Hold your head high, the other side's bright, babe.
Thanks, man. Or snaps, actually.
You guys do this?
Yeah, you
Snaps.
know, like poetry, you're like, yeah, like Love Jones type of thing.
I don't know. I never really got into it.
That's
No?
tight. That's tight though.
So you want to close this up? Close it off?
Is that the
Do you have
last beat?
another?
I mean, I got
Yeah.
one more. I don't really know what this one is, but
It's a surprise. We'll see.
Oh, this
probably a bit more darker.
one. Yeah, I think the.
Baby, welcome to the party.
Yes.
Funny that he's literally like, I love him.
like, for the longest time, I'm like, I'm sorry. For the longest time, I'm like, I don't even want to see his face because I have a guy pictured right
Yeah.
now and his voice is just grungy. I'm like, I don't even want to see his face. It's okay. Yep.
That boy is Benny Hanna.
Oh, boy, I'm drawing a blank.
It sounds kind of like a rap, like a,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Can you guys hear the beat? You can hear it, yeah. No pressure, honestly.
This
Like,
has to be the
I,
last one, eh?
nah,
Oh man, I don't know if I don't even know.
I can hear raps to this, but I don't know.
I have. Can you pull it? Oh, sorry. Pull it.
Nah, it's
pull it.
okay.
I got it.
Okay.
I'll try anyway.
That boy is Benny Hanna.
Check me out though. No, it's off.
That was kind of good, though. That was good. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's all good.
It's about good.
Joey, you want to hop in on this one?
Yeah, Joe.
Not today.
Why? Get on it.
All of us,
Maybe you
listen.
inspire me.
All of us has freestyled, including
on.
me, and I don't. And this man hasn't freestyled yet. So
That's coming.
It's coming
Since
soon.
last
It's
year.
coming?
You already know.
Since last year.
Man.
Yeah, close it up.
Yeah. I guess we'll just close the episode out here. We want to say thank you to Oshana.
Thank you guys.
thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming. We appreciate you.
Thank
I
you.
We
appreciate
love you.
you
We
guys.
support you. If you have any
Thank you.
events or anything,
Yeah,
We'll come out.
yes, I do have something coming up at Anco
Okay.
on
Okay.
November 9th.
send
You
it
guys can
or
pull up. Yeah. I'll-
Yeah,
promote.
definitely.
Shout out
add
yourself.
you on, guys on
Yeah, for sure.
add me up on Instagram, guys, at Duchess DUCHESS.
Yeah, you got your camera right there.
I see
When
you.
we edit it, zoom into your face, like you know.
No, when I do that.
Follow me on Instagram at Duchess DUCHESSO.D. You can click the link in my bio to find all kinds of my music. All my music.
Cool.
All,
And you're
all
on-
2 songs.
That's okay. You're on Spotify. What are you on?
Yes,
What are your,
I'm
what
on
streaming
Spotify.
platform?
Yeah, everything. Every streaming platform you'll find Need Me featuring Pharrell, and you'll find Old Ways featuring Tay Gold. I've also done a couple features. Like once you go on my profile on Spotify, you'll find the songs that I've also been featured on.
Cool.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. I don't have Snapchat, so
Okay, Snapchat's dead. It's fine.
yeah,
dead.
right. So
Yeah.
like, I don't even miss it, to be honest.
You're on
Yeah.
TikTok though?
No, I'm not on TikTok. Should I get on
TikTok.
TikTok? Is it a thing?
I don't know.
mean-
I don't know.
I don't know
Apparently,
about
it's
that.
blowing up. Like,
Really? I seen
Yeah.
one of the what's
Jag
his
Meeting?
name? Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I seen him up on there. I'm like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
When the
I'm not
politicians
sure.
are getting up there, that
it's
means
all it's all marketing.
For sure,
it.
100%.
It is,
10%.
definitely.
You know how that
Yeah.
I'm not
goes.
sure how
Finesse
long
game.
TikTok's gonna be up for though.
TikTok?
It
Yeah.
doesn't seem. It seems
Bro,
more
it
like
was
a
like
fad.
there's another app called like Musically.
Oh yeah.
I heard
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah,
little
yeah.
sister uses that. She
Yeah.
kills that, bro. She's sick
yeah?
at it. Yeah.
Oh, true.
Oh my god.
For us, for like the older, well, there's like Thriller, whatever. You know, Thriller?
Thriller?
You know what I mean? And you have like more like the rapper guys, whatever. They use it. It's the same thing, but like for some reason the branding is more branded to us. So if you want to check that out,
What is it for? Rap?
It's like TikTok, but it's more like you'll see what I mean. Like
You said Thriller?
I think it's called Thriller or Triller.
Triller.
Do you know Jeff John?
See, I'm not. I'm
No,
not.
he's
Bro,
anyways, basically like more like the older, like if you're 20 you could use Triller. TikTok's like, you know, like my 12-year-old sister is like, you know,
Yeah,
like
like
yeah.
that and Musically. My little sister
Yeah,
kills TikTok and Musically, but I didn't know. Yeah, I'm not on like you know, like
that's
that.
okay. You don't need
All right, so we'll wrap it up here. All right, thank you, Oshana, once
No
again.
problem.
Thank you,
you
Quinn,
guys
for coming
having
in.
me.
Yes. Shout out
you
to
guys.
the manager and the producer. You know, they came through
Yeah.
support.
And I guess we'll catch you guys on the next episode of The Cypher.
Yes.
Check it out.
Sure, we will. Y'all
Peace.
have a good evening, good night, good day,
That's a wrap.
wherever y'all watching from.
Good night.
Later.